The dream of flying, following your own compass, has come true for Gabriella Gomkutu. She regularly discovers new countries and loves the freedom above the clouds. But is her job really as wonderful as many people think?
Hi everyone, my name is Gabriella. I'm the captain of this flight of an Airbus A321. Enjoy the flight with us.
We accompanied the Hungarian aircraft captain for a day at work. What are a pilot's duties? How long does the training take? And how much money and what qualifications do you need to become a pilot? Late afternoon at Budapest Airport. Gabriella's workday is just beginning. Today she is flying to Milan and back. But first, a crew briefing. The 45-year-old from Budapest has been a pilot for 10 years and a captain for 7. She discusses important details like weather conditions and alternate airports with her first officer. Then it's off to the aircraft. Gabriella has to prepare for the flight and check that the plane is in perfect technical condition.
We need to be sure that there is no damage to the structure, and also there is no evidence of fuel, oil or hydraulic leak. Brakes are in good condition and also the tire is intact.
During her inspection, Gabriella notices that the turbine blade is covered with ice. Before takeoff, she will need to melt the ice by briefly revving the engines. She checks the exhaust valves at the rear, the navigation lights, and the landing flaps.
Everything looks intact.
While she was doing her technical check, her co-pilot was getting everything ready on the flight deck. The pilots take turns, deciding beforehand who will fly the plane on which route. Gabriella double-checks that the flight data has been entered correctly, and then they're ready to go.
Okie dokie.
They're off to Italy. Flying with a female pilot is not something to take for granted. Women make up only 6% of flight deck personnel worldwide. One reason is the lack of female role models. Wizz Air, the airline that employs Gabriella, hopes to change this and has a special support program for women. Aspiring female pilots only pay a fraction of the costs during the training. The rest comes out of their salary later. Pilot training takes 2 years and costs between 60,000 and 120,000 euros. Requirements include good physical health, strong math, physics, and English skills, as well as a sense of responsibility and stress resilience. Later, short-haul captains can earn between 90,000 and 200,000 euros gross per year. After flying for about an hour and a half, Gabriella is about to land. She checks the local weather report and prepares the computer for the approach. The crew has to be especially alert in the dark.
There are many advanced tools that help us mitigating the visual illusions at night. We rely on ground-based navigational aids that guide us towards the runway. The runway lights provide vital visual cues for judging our height and alignment with the runway.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard, retard, 5.
They've landed safely. While the passengers disembark, Gabriella is already preparing for the return flight. Even as a trained pilot, she has to undergo regular specialized training. Twice a year, she spends time in the flight simulator, where she practices approaching especially difficult airports, prepares for specific weather conditions, and learns stress management. Training for fires and emergency landings is also part of the program.
3, 2, 1.
Gabriella enjoys these challenges. She became interested in aviation at an early age.
As soon as I finished high school, I applied as a flight attendant, but I soon realized that this job is really demanding physically, and mentally I needed more from it, so I decided to become a pilot. Most often we have to perform under pressure. We have to fly in foggy weather or in icing conditions, sometimes in very hot weather. And often we have to adapt to unexpected changes.
Back at Milan Airport, she's about to fly back to Budapest. Gabriella has to fly to around 2 to 4 cities per day. As a short-haul pilot, she works 8-hour days, starting and ending her day in her hometown. She especially enjoys flying in the evenings.
As soon as I take off, we reach the cruising altitude. I look through the window and I feel like I'm a real planet dweller, and all the individual problems shrink, and then I can feel like us humans, we are just tiny parts of a huge system. Ferry, your control, your attitude. When I became a captain, it was really interesting to see how I need to manage the people around me. I knew that I'm able to fly this aircraft and I can solve every abnormal procedure on this airplane. But when I realized that there are so many people relying on me who need my support or who need my suggestions or orders, that was like, wow, yes, so this is captaincy.
Retard. Retard.
Weather conditions have deteriorated, making the landing on the return trip more challenging. Gabriella decides to land using the autopilot. Her workday is finished.
Auto brake off.
So how would she rate her profession?
I rate my job 12 out of 10 because this was my dream come true. First of all, I'm really satisfied with the work-life balance. After flying for 5 days, I have 4 days off in a row. We have a really decent salary that comes with the responsibility, and also we really like the travel perks that are given to family members and friends.
Gabriella hopes to work as a long-haul pilot someday and teach others to fly. She has fulfilled her dream. What about you? What's your dream job? Leave your answers in the comments.